Unya link na me pacho share the link. Why share na obia ensan candidate obiwa na unya hu pacho share the link na obia ensan candidate na obia etimi enjoy na ye fan komono enhihye so baasa na be kono mamini kan emma abusuaku no akwaba o matena se omo ba be din komono mu yi omo adwumu do no ma adwumu pi e be din komono yi ohima edutwum Vida Aquaba.
Yeah.
Aussi les chitefois de ben.
Je suis ce que je suis.
Je suis ce que je suis.
Ou t'as bagé.
Me touch my butu. By no say.
I am that I am.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Until you are that you are.
Yes. Yeah, to be doubting who you are. There was space but I can say je suis ce que je suis.
Maminya. We can it 10 times in fact.
You know,
you are looking very beautiful.
Yeah. Fabric wholesaler Daroma we jeans pana. Me ama pam ne kama na Bella Wigs so ama mi fe Kingsby haya na nwumre ya o sisi me kama. Nti omo body ne so bro so na omo ntanya store omo jeans atade enhye omo ko fabric wholesaler omo benya fabric ne bi na
we are jeans material.
Jeans ne apam ne kama sa no teenager my family ho setete
of say je suis
what you say
on papa to chen the most wanted last killer ana also make as usual Rasnene aka Dr. Likey aka Kene and so we told that
and for fancy
and for popping doc agaba they say you see a doc a yedema mankofo ba wo de end yetimi nya yo say Dr. Likey yetimi sure I must say wa unko hu school na nko to hu doc Tell what you crash with the Gubino.
What is it? Me cry when you to
Dr. Like in Ukra.
Oh, yeah,
in Crata.
Say, oh, doctor, or ya come more Juma upon your doctor, this is the HU more or no so sorry.
But would no home school when you were down?
Oh, such a serious idea near India, Mr. Home school, we are called a Juma school.
Oh, okay. It will be Yasha than a budding doctor.
And Yamian Fato me also. Or man in whom said the mayor, a doctor, Jumani, dear mammy.
2 days 8 mean influence. We are Dr. Likey. Yeah. Now, and patch your doctor, no, a body ben your boy and your fraud doctor.
Say,
and some more body be, I said, a first degree and I be, sir.
I was 8 degree, I was 7 degree. Did this work?
And 2 days 7 degree,
maybe a 13
degree. And I know. Uto my best show. Aqua. Yeah, we are going there. Nice one. I boko. This is old drop it. You know, no money put out.
Drip it, can go to us and
what's your dripping? Oh, no money put out. That's what I can.
Oh,
that's what I can.
Oh, what day? So I didn't feel.
Yeah, I say. Aqua.
Yeah, be there.
And the boo. And the God.
Wow.
You are defying all odds
Every time, you know.
There's no one that is stopping you.
Nah, they can't do that.
What I say?
Them can't do that. You
know.
What can't? You know, man them 90 make girl them sugar.
What I say?
Oh, money pay me. Mbema no mbuefu. You know, it's just me. Yeah, I'm God made, you know. So I'm to me touch bibia. Omum buy say me wumi so me nyan wuye
there be that
nti meti omo akoma for a very long time very long time you know yeah man
and no your patrol
yes long time me mu betri long medium long what you say define assure me what you say looking nice this evening you know and we're grateful to be here you know also look nice but perfect man
we are perfect man
nice yen susu
there be susu
killer suntia
good. Don't be pessimistic as usual. Perfect man. Nice. Good.
Nice.
Is that
yes, Sola.
On him back up.
Or do you?
Yes, so serious crying kuma man.
I'm
so serious no share na usia.
Debi o.
Sana mama de wo. Chromu de wo.
Hola.
Yes, sister.
This is your FBI agent.
Pacho en Kano TV show.
Oh, sorry. Sorry, sir.
We signed an NDA.
Oh, okay.
To can sir. Buy enko baby.
Yeah.
Busy. Yeah.
And then there Swish by Sandy Adaroma. Swish by Sandy nene washe me this evening dress and I feel the hair city, the home of authentic quality affordable hairs. The hair city. Womuna womama minyi ashe Bali beauty queen. Bali any trim makeup kama ma minti ene diola. Ni aka ni de nyame na de ma yen. And I yenso ye manage.
That's right. That's right. Aywa, the only Rasta who is a queen. The only queen Rasta. Aywa.
Yo.
Oh yeah, Jewati.
Why wouldn't you?
Obi any ho.
One side.
Akwaba.
Yeah, more.
Bokode. Now the one a drip away.
Oh, Nake collection.
Okay.
Nake collection at Darrow manager. Me green say mention Fernandana.
That's right. Nake.
Yeah.
All right, Miso Maminda, a perfect man. I see perfect man. _N_ our Instagram and Pabwe is also a Ghana made a Zedek leather and na a Shemi and Pabwe a Ghana made purely Ghanaian leather. Willing na you know. You know the DM Pabwe man. Willing now we in the Shemi no. Ghanaian made Zedek leather our Instagram. But where the you find say a fresh news. Ye nua ba ye maame ye anti adamfo kasum scenario. Etienne Chese obeye Ghana's ambassador to Spain. To Spain. Ghana's ambassador to Spain. It is saying your friend Her Excellency Kasum Sinari. But Mukaya list be by Ghani Omo be as ambassadors, and there was a tall list, Nani Dinwum. But not Yanche baby obeko in that list. But and say you see Ababe to just say Spain and or dinner niche. Likey. Send a yedi mo.
Kabemi de papa.
Ade.
Asa medium na me ma me nyame awrade adom na basobode enti say. Enya basobode eketwa. What if chirifo asempa kodo?
What dey say?
Ti awrade ne da na say.
Ba onkonya America ade Spain no mompa.
Oh, say dey baby aye pe bate ko nya ho so akaye pa.
Dey na open no America. Dey na open no.
Oh, me mpe but ade ho na mpesen kam ko mi.
Any bo ma me abaso na o show na ye mani tin kwanso.
Mama, we dey awrade nshirawo. Awrade nshirawo. Ye dey awrade ase onka ho no ma yokoduro honhom. Said you about time I can't be a show you. Mama, awrade nshirawo. I'm very, very happy. I'm very, very happy.
That's right. Right, say Spain or Mocha Spanish.
Spanish.
I work Spanish.
What is Spanish? Doctor?
Oh, yeah.
Okay. And for Spanish,
oh, mommy, hola, como estás? Azive jiva. Yeah.
Hey, Papa.
Oh, Papa. Oh, that's how I'll go out with it.
Is that me Google?
Been transfer.
Azive ziba.
Who can say hola day?
Hola, como estás? Azive ziva.
You know what you say?
Yeah, dana say, Yamanako abanyami nshira no.
Oh.
Yamema no nkone ni mesa achia no.
Oh.
Na ne ho sa ati say.
One sentence.
Azibe ziba no chichi.
Ni ya from. Around no be an do school. No be an office.
Yes.
What do you have to say?
Oh, welcoming news. Because for a very long time, you call your embassies in a woman on your culture decks. I actually that will be your culture attaché from Ghana, and I say be a fan across the world. Say ombe buana, yenyom tuo, ya mani, yenyema hodwa ye creative space mo on tu ho anamo, and so on your ambassador. But for a very long time, me who say obi a or dasa creative space now no in the embassies. What should they tune when see ho aye juma soon be a kofa bibia bro man ni aboni din dia to so. Into having one of us, who be air Canadian I know say Najuma ne betra sa cultural attaché for na ye form so now we want to see collaborations because Accra in Paris. Say ye be see ye Accra in Zaragoza na baby wo Spain honum and as a welcoming news pa ye share him say or there's something positive by your space and looking at her the trajectory utumo say wa boane ho ahead of this position na ye be bona baso pa and also to President Mahama for nominating ono say onkono. It tells us say in every sphere of Ghana sector no and I say growth sector biano ye honko for a Greek John Dumelo alcohol and now we have somebody like Kasuma or spearheading Ghana affairs Spain inti oma inking come when it comes to your creative space and nyoma obe di anima ye e di amaye no
na so all Spain no on say your creative space no so any bebe
yeah because for olauto tikrom how many years me say cultural attaché bia ye bibiti tru bia
but ye ni bio
will be all the embassies
Ghanaians
yes and you tell me a Ghana for person
because
yes so that from there's a role like that you play.
But the foreign embassies have
yes, and sometimes Oko embassies not more Ghana has you go and meet their cultural attaché and sana ebia oni umedinkita regarding ebia music awards, Ghana Music Awards Europe, BBC. But Ghana has so we have cultural attachés. You can ask Obia or Yejuma embassies, but we have cultural attachés.
I remember last year we raised that issue of having cultural attachés for embassies, and appeared as though we never had any of
really because you can even ask for UK crowd and even the US.
All right.
You can ask about that.
All right. We may have to check. Because Frankie Five raised that issue and we had lengthy discussions across board on it, calling that government should employ people to be cultural attached at the various embassies. Said with the exports of our intangible cultures. But
so a vacant the amount failing. If it is vacant everywhere else, because I know say for UK, for US,
they should have
yes.
All right, Boo. Kakrebi on our sister.
Back to our sister, man.
Our mother, our sister, Kasim Sinari, as an ambassador to Spain.
Oh, I think it's on a good note. I mean, I think she's done a lot for the space, So I think she'll be ideal for the role on my finance or personally, I know her, so Minimejuma. And what she can do, so I think it's a good choice. So far, as my culture was the presidency in there, Juma, His Excellency in Crawford, Airbo Juma, and I like the way they are rolling out some of the roles. And you get to make sure say Ubia any record, baby I say any corner is somebody or between me a Juma idea in him. Ama no munti enim baby you understand, so I think it's a good call. I think it's welcoming news, and I'm hoping my sister Kasano spoke about cultural attaché for all the embassies across the world. I think it's one of the things we need to look at and take seriously, because without the whole world is about cultural imposition. Other countries, baby, there's always like a Chinatown. When you go to Chinatown, it's their food, their medicine, their drink, Omobibia that represents them. And they are deeply entrenched in all the markets across the world. It's a deliberate effort to impose their culture on us or on the rest of the world. So it's here say, I mean, we should also take note of, say any other places I think we should fill all those places. It goes a long way to foster healthy relationships.
Okay, so sorry to come in. Emmanuel Pepra Mensah, our National Commission on Culture, or say currently Ghana does not have cultural attachés in any of the embassies.
There are lots of articles on reinstate.
It means
a C-pain and they be matching as they should reinstate.
Maybe because of changeover, no. I don't know, maybe. So I think it's very, very important. said they find people to go and represent us in all these spaces. Because without culture, we are no people.
True.
There's no people, and everywhere in the world, the culture leads everything. It's who we are. It's our way of life. Almost starting because it's very important, especially for the arts. And without arts, there's nothing. I mean, I don't see why a lot of our leaders want to take or now make art like a back burner, because from their head to their toe, art.
Yeah.
So these are things they need to take seriously. With the way where they sit in office, everything is art. As I say, so without art, you can't do anything. So almost start there, almost everywhere else will have a representative so that we can.
Maybe we can even start with her office, because before we call you remember, say Old Town Kodra and 7 in America. Look, under the MPP, there were so many
cultural attaches.
So many relationship-based, engagements with the Spanish embassy. Lots of Ghanaian creatives were going to Spain to exhibit their talents and all back and forth. So if she is going to occupy that space, said we probably will want to encourage her to build on that relationship now. MPP and the Spanish embassy in the year, so that we can get at least, if not for any of the embassies or not what dear, a certain cultural attaché be. No one, if not, so of course we cannot, force the government. We are only pleading with them. Say it's very important.
Because all the articles are calling for reinstating it. If it's part of the organogram, we can easily introduce it again.
I mean,
so she should help to build on that relationship now. MPP, Spanish embassy, so that we can have a continuity.
I think it shouldn't be say if it is part. It has to be part.
Okay.
It has to be mandatory. What I say. I mean, because if we can have representatives in all the Ghanaian embassies across the world, what stops a cultural attaché being in a Ghanaian embassy, maybe or Germany or maybe anywhere in the world,
China,
anywhere, Beijing, anywhere. So we have people everywhere. You understand? So in the embassies everywhere in the world, cultural attachés needs to be there, and also we need to mandate them to because in the past, as I know all kinds of say, it's something but again, what do they do there? I mean, all these cultural attachés are any more New York, maybe what really was their mandate? What were they supposed to do? What was their game plan? I think they really did not push
or spell it out.
Push our cultural policies. I'm hoping that with the Black Star experience, these are things that in Kofana, they should go and champion that, because imagine we have the Black Star experience everywhere in the world. What did they say? I mean, it will boost tourism and creative sector. So I'm hoping and I know so I mean, these are things that they will consider in due time.
Yeah. But Abi, before to add to what you're going to say, said these cultural attachés, really, what do they do? It's African.
So for me, first of all, President Mahama Basso. I like the fact to say he's roping in a lot of creative people in the industry for years. Because like Boo mentioned on the Black Star experience bit, when we have people that understand the dynamics of what he wants to achieve, Black Star experience, because just like I said, as at when it was launched, you didn't come kakra na say niema potia ye pese ye no na omunye de omun spelling it out here. It was not really spelled out. So looking at some of these industry people are almost taking up these roles, I believe per se is going to be major, because one of the conversations are popping up many Rex Uncle Rex didn't come up say they want to make it to a point anchor Black Star experience ye be to me hosting in different countries ye de Ghana den eko na ye de akwakọ ye den akwakọ tonwama amanone for and I say womo eni you know, omani Ghana so this is also an opportunity to sell. And for me, Kasum Scenario has been around for that long, for very long. I remember when baby Anamite at Newtown, Accra Newtown, the house I lived in, we used to share a wall with their family house, and nami huna hon kekan when it comes to this sector and all of that. So for me, my person about President Mahama Abaso, first of all, na di on so mabo Kasum Scenario Abaso for this you know, appointment, because I think the time I started appointment in the names be popping up when it comes to ambassadors to certain things and all of that. But I at least expected this one. You know, a big congratulations going out to.
Listening.
Oh, okay, okay. I didn't really pay attention. Honestly.
And for those that were on the list, there were no, you know, destination. Yeah, it was just a tall list of people that were being considered. I'm sure after destination, you know, I started but these cultural attaches, you know, what do they do? Almost so far, so can say yes, you person in your cultural attaches. So whatever or human read, then we probably touch on that briefly. Sure. Then we move on. Super.
Yeah. I know Bob. To say the meaning of Nakano, His Excellency John Muhammad Wayade. The fact that you were a vice president of Bar, and actively, no, you were a almost taking active positions. Because equally, like you mentioned earlier, no, or your president was our so. The my union no ma e wo honom. Enti media ni titire hia meye. Send ye be ya enko to say ye pushi se na ma ne enko e ma ne enko ne ma ne koye na sacha papa bia ama. Oti ase enti like the suggestions are eba cultural attache events I want to organize e be highlighted on your culture. I mean, the fact that it to me a because this life, it's all about networking. The fact that it to me a educational, you know, packages be a students or Mufi Ghana, you know, sponsorship near the apart from that and so no. And then man can get to be to me a share. As I say, I thought that you were Ghana for almost Europe and mine would be so, and I say abroad. And me be no more. They complain a lot about some more issues. No more called Ghana embassies now. The way I never see enquiry smoothly enfa emma or more. It's be a awkward or because be a challenge. Say what Ghana for face when they did stuff. Now what to me I'm making sure say imo ago imo ayemre. I feel so more can oh yenya oba and be a Nsatrayaba and say previously said the city abede and any other. I mean, I buy a few so now there are a ma or modalist so I still and ye chase you feel say almost you see ghost names near the and that's a big issue. And the fact that she's a woman, no, you know, it affects her. And you know, we should not have Niamasana a course, a talk, and then a woman being there, no, be a name, it is as I could repeat in home beauty. Yabona Basso, by idea, or Cononti, Emma, Enim, na Enyan Munyam Shamfama, His Excellency GM, and I deny your way.
But quickly, we just briefly, Vida, can you start to share this cultural attaches are here calling for it? Dear Juman or Mobe, say in your beer, and for so many being your frame.
Okay, yeah, well, Juma teach you, say, a bano, your creative space here. It's a cultural exchange because honor you maybe be brave to me at tone sa afra will say Banabeka say or a word or two Ghana your Maya or West Africa you walk cocoa you walk a safari you walk beaches you will say you know or Manfonia Hua or Mombana or Momba and be visited Ghana yenyom I'll be to me a promote your movies I'll be to me a promote even who do embassy hona say TV bohoka shouldn't be Spanish telenovelas na ye. It should be something about Ghana, Ebo, Honoma, whoever you are, you feel like a Ghanian for that very moment. And sana wepi. It can also lead to academic exchange. They were English, you were English schools so Spain. Ebi mucha nyom, ebi mucha acting, ebi mucha ye dear juni because awasha enyum fono enya abasobodi enya sika wo wajuman, but mo dear juni no mo draw no. Ena mpempi no focus instead and new musosa but sa market and that Spanish market and it was sa kwan na ye ma exhibitions now show art pieces near there so yetimi ma obi a owo honoma uyi nyom ni sini na de bia ye bodjom so na omo di adwene no so will also have an opportunity to go to an art school obehu na Ghana ni bi exhibition bi wo ehonom na oji sika akese edema enti omo main job ene say yen yamane ni yenioma ye digigi yeni no ubeton ama omo a omo nsom wo ho. So I want to see a cultural attaché a ebia every summer bia or the a host of students be free Spanish University be Ghana say mumbrambi sua de one semester be wo tech and na mumbra legon one semester be na mumbe some exchange programs be na ye ton ye ho sa breno. In doing so no, there are lots of people that they want to come and invest in Ghana. So obana nyom no oba be invest we have plenty of room for them to operate. So obana be who other avenues to say agric, to say ICT. Korea by say they do a lot in terms of ICT for Ghana. But it's say you new BRT or see a name or so we don't talk about it.
There's no exchange.
What's my say? Who I just want they even forced to get media attention for the things or more they are saying Ghana for no.
Yeah.
I just say almost stress say we do baby abo who they will see the computers do say na but it shouldn't be so. You will be see a name wa I was say news ni flow wa every time. It's your best if it was in organic ebi so one ye kanene mom saro no o ma anya ma na anya fa anya kono until they didn't feel the need to continue with it. It's no your best say however it is no if it can be reinstated that into no nipa no kono we are ambassador for Ghana, we are cultural ambassador for Ghana. Everywhere you go, wafadie, uni ye, biara mo abeye biano. Just know, say the footballers, no, it's me quite ye wabra, yen down small, mo mine down small, no. Would ye wo objective, what's run up pa, a duania would ensure it has to be something cultural, I will uplift it, ye my Ghana, no. So ye best it's also an avenue, or more. Space they can have an opportunity to travel. Maybe a Dr. Likey or no pa America, would not go to Washington or your cultural attaché or trust kids Nigeria or your cultural attaché or Washington.
Now bezo simu Ebiana akwenya bi say timi aba.
Oh, a lot of networking. So the Dr. Likey say or see Washington or see here. The networking course say ye see I share hall and venue be a program. So Dr. Like said and we any obenya investors be here and there but see 5,000 10,000 capacity be my na ya tree and language Ghana for your language language it break a lot of barriers. Say I call Legon and Kofo Chinese no it will amaze you. Yempe language anti sa nyema we na ma obi foforo kasa sua eye akono said the wo call ma hold obi so it because a cultural English proficiency exam and saniam ebe kaka yeso ye ton ehun ya obesua twi ya twi exam ana nkran ana ever exam and sana also aba Ghana has it. So indirectly na ye ton ye so your local language like they beyond de share kono cause we call Germany akusua de zia bu family minister matna German that you write an exam cultural exams, German exams, and so on. Let us come to that level. Like yes, we'll be seeing a little bit of your local language, depending on area. And these are the things that we can do to build ourselves into your best way. Say push it further. Let's have the cultural attachés everywhere.
Doc, ube can be a cultural attaché.
Really, me Kobe ne man can be. Not just a man Kobe. Kakra me can say wakoye obata. In fact, me aba kasaba me ni aje. Wakoye obata no. Ye wo yenuanom bi nso mo wa control mo wo Spain wa. Omo so ye ma. Omo nim se ma me na ba no. O problem bi no ko ma me nanim a. Akoye obata no. Obehu ha obe solve the ide. E dia ma wo mo ne. It wakoye obata ne de eye. Oba no eye pa. Obeboa. Any said the binya ba kan ye culture no
culture attaché no
ye be fa so ye culture no ye be da na di wo ho amo ma hu se o man Ghana konkon yeso di kura yeso ni enie eti be fi se osawo into movie no na de ameno minim no anti de na ho fama ne bibia eche se obebo adwuma pa
ba iti no wo hwe ni mu se ebia nyame ya aduma ye betimi afa culture attaché bi now so waboa
Oh, eba once am wo nyansa na me wonim de ne de. Eba fine. I'm fine. Mesuma won de amesuma ye no.
Eti ase culture attaché no de na obetimi aye. Ade bi ayu nyasa akonya na
e de mame a.
Yeah.
Oh, but see nyam fama me. But see
the man and job description like
okay, the dia we be say don't this say ye fama no. Say ope cultural attaché wo United States of America. And I also so now so nya ope. Eti na nka ya kwese wo nka wo betimi a kire ne wo betimi unya obe ya de aboa na nka ma enina ba so da bi ne fama Dr. Like won betimi a
nam de enchiremu na o kire ye ninti. Ana me kire say you say waka say yes say ye mfama me ba me nyanwu. So but sade ni be kura me bisi a ana adwene ne ba ye mfa ha ye mfa bi so nu ma na auto aye dey ebene okay bi che wonu ma auto emene
okay ba even na president ti o nti ko pese ohun
ana me ye nyam fa ma me
ana mo like you
ye the mama dia
Indian farmer,
you never give me
possible.
If you give me there,
I go show manpower.
I go show manpower.
But nanka penyi say Burma de unsin sum
ansa no wahab.
But the okay ness hope say nsu ni ba na unsin ansa no akọ hamo.
Be betra ho unsin sum o be katanani. Obi na ni pebe bi obi kure gina unsu na se ansa na wasi bi ate. Ene e bompa say nyame be adonia ma one of those cultures. Ko so wabo adwuma. Yeah, what on Ghana pa. Your bompa.
Boo, Obeka crown the culture attaché. Oh,
yes, small. Yes, you know, it's a huge portfolio, and my sister has said a lot about it. I'm hoping, say, everybody that gets an opportunity to to go and serve will do a job that will help all of us, because it's actually the most important of the jobs when it comes to the embassy job itself. You know, because we share, I mean, Ghana embassies are across or everywhere.
Yeah.
What is the essence? I mean, or a Juma Bena omu di, you understand?
Juma Ben or Moody.
Juma Ben or Moody, yeah, you know. My when it comes to like I said earlier, I say culture leads everything. And there's a lot that if anybody wants to work and goes out there, they will do omubeye. You know, I'm sure we have over 1 million Ghanaians spread across. I mean, I don't know, like in every country. If they call USA, we will get 1 million Ghanaians. We'll call China, you understand? So how do we engage some of these people? You know, I think the last week, let me share video be one of our guys, media personalities about Nigeria, Adeshope, or Post TBB in Berlin. There's like a carnival. And there were Ghanaians, there were Nigerians, you know, parading the streets in Berlin. Now, this is something that will be a year annually. What you say, will be private idea all year. But you see, this has to be, Sanyo money has to be deliberate from us as a people. As a people, what you say, we have to be deliberate about it. Say, okay, this is what we want to do. We want to push our culture onto, again, it's cultural imposition, and yet, so there has to be programs, schedules, maybe okay, every month, and now quarterly, we need to sensitize people on more space. Again, my sister can be, and my brothers who can have the same thing. Like, there are a lot of people that have a lot of worries. They go to some of these embassies across maybe but they don't get the needed assistance or more expertise or more. Some of these offices will open an avenue for them to be able to put their complaints across, then it will be addressed. Yeah, Grammy, yeah, can't we? If we had all these people around the world, they'll be engaging people like that. You see, when are we going to fill the O2? You know, everything the Stone Boys, the Shatters, the Sarkodie's, and the Black Sheriffs are doing, these, I mean, it's almost based on almost strength.
Yeah.
You know, I'll tell you something. I think say KOD, can be.
Okay.
Say Ghana is 68, right? Hopefully 2 years we should be 70. Now, my biggest dream, you know, we've been talking about filling arenas all the time. Why can't we get together and speak with the people that have the O2? You see, there's something unique about London, right? And there's something unique about Ghana. When our brothers in Nigeria wanted to conquer Africa, they came to Ghana. Ghana is a gateway when they conquered Africa, I'm telling you. Now, when they wanted to conquer the world
with music.
With music, I mean, yes. So music and arts and culture. When they wanted to do same for the world, they went through London. If you are able to crack London, you crack everywhere.
Okay.
Check the history.
Yeah.
That's where they started first. They started filling the O2 and now they filled all arenas across. Now, I'm saying, why can't we have a plan now as we sit down? It's 2 years from now. Why don't we start engaging people from that place, the arena, who owns it? Who can we talk to? Even if we don't have money to rent the space, what can we trade? You know, if we line up our stars, we have all these beautiful artists across here. Yeah, from the Kojo Blacks to the Omunina, Kidimunina, Shatta, Obia, we have like 20 of them. You think if we put them at the O2, we will not make history on 6th of March? Yeah. Ghana's birthday. Imagine we're doing something in London, all of us.
2027.
Exactly. It will be huge for us. It is more like 27 in 2 years.
When we are 70.
Yeah, when we are 70.
Okay. All right, sure.
You know, it takes us to another. Then we plan again. We conquer everywhere. We do this across, and these are things that are feasible. But you need to start conversations in that space, in that arena, because these are the people you engage. Look, what would him say? Dan Mutiana move up person boys one gaza now started our conversation. So Makobo show yes, show na ye. Because
but show the amfa.
Oh me say me nim na e na obe ka che me. Now they say you ho and I any ho. Na show no fast e be hu. Until you didn't need to say it. Like you are saying now.
But say amfa.
Oh, Massa. Now some of these things, the Alodiers and the Dennises, they are doing too much. So much, yes, private business, but if you look at it, they're actually pushing our culture. They could have easily used their money to do nyoma benefit you, but whatever they are doing, the fact that is more than the Omoyama is more than Sikana Omushe, which is so. Imagine, say, we have a cultural attaché there who's helping them, because usually Obi Fiha London, they don't get mainstream radio and television.
Because me hold you on Kakrano. We say like him more. I think the Marco London twice or 3 times. As a gospel, the 2 occasions in as a gospel music, and I would play Kokao. How many times? Twice, right?
Yeah, the twice. Yeah, the drama no.
Eka.
The Nino Center say Feleho. Wow. Yeah, the drama no can woman DJ pa. And the man who say and the drama no. You move to the cover.
So, like you're saying, let's say that culture attaché be one, you could have made or facilitated these media rounds for them.
You know, yes, to do mainstream media, because the promoter out there everywhere in the world, from US, they have to hustle and do these things on their own. And for me, it doesn't make any sense. Listen, I mean. The therapy that entertainment brings alone, I'm telling you, and I think as people in the space, those are the things we need to tell our people in the space. For me, say His Excellency John Dramani Mahama Beye Ejumapa, because or care about entertainment, say Charlie, now dream done in the So I'm hoping that some of these things, if we put before him and his appointees, these are things that should be easily be able to be achieved. I'm telling you. From the Ghana Music Awards USA to wherever in the world, look, I'm telling you, it will change. Yes. Now, this is also what happens. Look, today as we speak, if a Nigerian is walking on the streets of New York, and I say is walking on the streets of London, no police person, good, because of the presence they have there. When Burna Boy speak, filling 80,000 capacity, yes, how do you touch them? Who touch your mukra? You treat them with some respect. That's what it is. But Usha, you move be show, pepe pania deba, no. I mean, the essence. Listen, the essence. If you ask anybody, the reason why they don't want some of us to go there and be is just to become a burden. Maybe the citizens there are 1,000. The resources are depleted. But taxes. That should be allowed. Now, some of these things, before esro na cause so like fear what I mean yes so uko new now if you are finding your way to navigate then somebody will call 1960 is putting the same fear in you meanwhile the laws are there, they are clear enough. Only say me the first time I make call London say me were Vauxhall, right, then I had to go to Dagenham. Yeah, now me kono ye mami map ye mami trainer say me fa nipa kun catch him say training crack kasa me got na train him still na nka me call Italy
and the trainer kasa bi
can me say Jimmy
don't say that.
I'm telling you, no, let's be honest here. Who say Ghana obi children one go trainer on odu wa say mama bi otutu nyoma into tutu no anya sa training kasa
Yambo area
good is hardly na wo meeting no me mama na che onu ikwe gbe na nya je Italy what dem can say what dem can say so some of these things go a long way to even help solve some of these things. If you see those times Sainsbury there's a place there in Vauxhall. Yeah, boys no move chichi kahuni idea police but no move journey idea. Yeah, because they don't know what to go and say. But there are provisions in their laws. I bet you can regularize your
keep updating.
Yes, you can regularize your citizenship. Yeah, but we don't know some of these things because there's no but yes. What's yes. So some of these things will go a long way to help and engage all our people out there.
Olamu can be brave because Vida ni bulldog but some of the few things I'm a person may also me touch on looking at your creative spaces here and said look at day in day out and the talent you produce it all the time when it comes to filmmaking, music, any day I feel so this cultural attaches and beboa supporting artists any creative diplomacy. For instance, you bet to me boy artists I'm talking about musicians, filmmakers, authors. Bet to me participating in some of the foreign festivals ekoso because make us as na me check Spain. Spain summer season packed with vibrant music festivals ekoso draw huge crowds across the world. So imagine say busumi June the number of music festivals are lining up ekoso Spain. So imagine that we have our people in this place to open the space for your creative for now. It's going to open doors. So some of these huge music festivals are also your creative be to say Black Sharif, Mono Stone, Mo, any or more make it more headline in some of these shows and more play a major role in some of these shows. And in a bet tongue your creatives no. Here, Ebia like Vida was saying something about Ebia na ye shasiye. But looking at Yeman Peniani so you do when it comes to Black Star experience here, ye pesi yema Ghana ebe dane the destination for tourism and as ye bo Ghana Edia Bibia was so ba when you Ghana de okwa when it comes to entertainment and all of that, you'll be satisfied. These are some of the things we can do to help, promote a year creatives. And to me, me jidi ye passes ye ni shemukina ebeboa.
Okay.
Can you imagine say Ebiana your football agents for Spain?
Yeah.
But some person munya talent Ghana. They don't know who to go to. But who was our cultural attaché? Obitimia boa players be teams biano Ebia every summer biani pa be 10.
And obitimia link you to some coach teams.
Yes. Nipa be 10 omoko. Spain forward and we friends a paella so they say it's a jollof.
Paella na.
Paella. It's a jollof pepepe. And people travel to Ghana just to come and taste
jollof.
Yedi. So have somebody at Orchard so Ediani send it. Yes, that Muye festival so yes, you the jollof festival beba Spain. Na ma tasty no ma tasty paella no so na ma hu difference. There's a lot that we can do with there are some countries scrapper omo imported rubbish in fee
like bola
in bola omo imported. Inti say we cultural attache can say me krom Ghana bola pa esum ha ubetimi be import bi wa recycle and we be import obetia yen Ghana for ne ka na musumu de akọ mojuma because abuche what the plastic to baby you get money back for that. There are diverse ways as attaché see where a free consultation the more international relations brother yeah slightly what's my say the benefit you
contract attaché to France to Pema Compra
you know
MPP
we are some political we are
okay.
So far, I think it's quite
okay. Iti oyima ansana yebema yenya ziga kwaba. You know what dim komo hada about yenya okonfo kwade, but it looks like for a long while you need the update. Who bet you am update of his status now?
okay. Officially, I'm not a spokesperson. Into my mini can no ansana makanya mebeka. It's not no asem
yeah, true.
Yeah. Until no. I remember say on my bar program so and the team and penny for father and outside people are supporting mama
yeah.
Until no currently the condition okay. Or you okay, he looks very fine. But baby na nipa na the unknown person no they no go to our home no. Till now no, we don't know the person.
Or they no go
to home.
What kind of home? Okay, psychiatric home.
Yeah, a care home.
Okay, care home. Okay.
Yeah, and why you fine, but apparently there's a period or you fine, sana he's not supposed to stay there because I do my back on or tibiano or no say we're free.
Okay.
So he does not have to be there. But then the problem is, as I said, ofi na ne mama craft me say if say recommendation and I say ebenya baby ede no akọ sene be ya onsan enya access to ana afofo enya access ensa me go nra na mo biu to say they see ya afa be ya basa na finally esan de ne call ho no and I'm checking that na me try exams nti I couldn't get back to her but wa friend me I think that this weekend do Accra
ne mama no
ai mama no Accra or hwe say you benya the right person in the right place and ke betime de na akọ sabra why fine no na ko live a very fine life e wo honom. Oh, he's fine. Like
the context, no. Fine.
That's why I find there is a teacher.
I said, why you I didn't try be fine.
Let's say, obeso just send what on.
But him I walk us again.
Manina,
it is still no. Mama na bank crying. Now, he say, many be not scacra kasai na or he say be a musical president. Ana obia obetumi a suggest baby na with fans a wonya na e won ho enti se e no obetumi aso for some time na e be or the na kwakoto baby na is not the place no the problem
say a place of accommodation and
like another a place that can accommodate him at the current good state no woman na say the be ya onko baby a e bia me ana obi foforo be hu say kwade wa ha and then today you were chilling before for both kakra no more run and then when they you already know the few nyama and I'm so cause Satibiano munti if you get exposed to Satibiano be man shana ya sign cost 90 work until you pay baby and can be safe enough for him.
Let's say and yes bia or pay a certain special home be but there's a baby or bet na nipa enko access to him but more like if he
yes, if you know, say, yeah.
So would he have to live with somebody? Or so being in it and I say, baby, or no better recruit.
Obviously, said the baby, another influence, same fee baby, man. There should be somebody around, and I said the place should be to say it should be. Say even these psychiatric hospitals near, and I'm sure there are other places. They be or mono. They have grades that if you are better, they can probably accommodate you and all that. And if there is such somebody can recommend and then we'll go and find out how much it costs and for how long that she can be able to pay for the guy to be there.
Next year, maybe I'm a enia or comfort that now. Tana I'm saying crana kwakusi. He said, or he match him and Yamiadum, no waton. Why okay, but ye baby or betna. Yanum fui, enko koko disturbing the peace of mind. Next baby or better and also say baby main nipa bebree bi saa say baby a obenya ne privacy nti na say ye parent ya no ye baby a rent
if say be private say afoforo mpimbo rana because ye rent na say afoforo nipa wo ho a enti no we have to look at it very well and see where it will be very fitting to keep him so that an eye will be on him or to the mechanic
all right I was for say update on your comfort kwade eno no ye denyame ase sese ne ho ato no ti se ne ohima oyeje echem no sese aka ba bia obetena and it's not like we are looking for money because this is scanning the amount for contributing scout the location naka
yes
all right it's naka location and yes e pesca or mu pesca dia a pebe bia man but they are looking out for a location that is suitable so be a onya e be friend foreign influences bia me disturb no ye di nkomo no ye nua be ma Nana Festus Nana Frimpong Ziga aba ebeka Nana nkomo no first one dey but ye mo akwa
yeah
so bibia aboko dey
nyame adomara
okay ye dey nyame ase na watwi mu no asema ye wi ho
dey na wa wi
ye wi ho
oh
o say
dey na wa wi
a o ka comfort kwada ana
say comfort kwada ne kasum scenario bafo meboa
oh betimi a congratulating but we can't go back to the conversation.
Oh, mean go back to the conversation.
Two man congratulations.
Yes, I mean congratulating you because once again to say the try haka I say President Mahama wayade in fact creative me say we President Nkrumah now we President Rawlings say wayade yes bia.
Okay.
If you say wama omo mudi na chi anu omo ho say omudi na chi as a creative people, you get me? Sa uma we say makana sama from day one kasum scenario bafo
so why then
say o qualify say nkofo ministerial positions here o manyan uma ne qualify despite say we a creative person sometimes ya di adwene bi say san nkofo no de o qualify to be there uma ne qualify or more than that and there ya man more than the na ye hwehwe no
okay
ya de ne ko Spain ya wish no all the best na unu so one that dey ayi bae pony
or did
pony na ye so e ma pony
on the bar.
Oh yeah Benjulo remember this Benjulo advertisement Benjulo advertisement yes of course it is on record Kasum scenario
who pony for the first
she brought it that time you pony for this country
Benjulo
she brought the pony yes that style you know you expose your facial construction in now she brought it
Ziga on the bar na so on the money here popular
me say
we wan go fofi and go se bi achichiri bi go moti it who say on the bar
pony aye pony this styling je eye activity net shekoda ade chia they say you net no you there is a two different
they no you screen
utifie me ba utifie now be ye pony so me see no mama me ha me o ma fat time dey achichiri e different oh me kwa sorry ma me cheche ne kakra me ba ma ba different style different we are talking about pony ye dey styling j achichi to say dey edu power ye na ha see I did a year and a half. No, Kasum scenario bafo. And I who say, or this TV, Benjulo advertisement. You Mr. Comfort card just a minute. Mr. Say, Comfort card the Yentimi Fanun Tukan. Yentimi nya de bia Fanun Tukan free Ghana.
A question will be sir.
Yes, Yentimi Fanun Tukan. How many times and a Comfort card? I see a source I didn't know what on Asaba.
Okay, hold on. According to about discussion.
Not as I know.
But would do need to form would that help more than
I think it will be the best so far, so that we keep him away from all this.
Yeah.
And it would also depend on baby or Obekwa could do no.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Cruise Corona because
now you need back to know yes, rehab no crowd by no me feel say kibia. You do too quite call. I'm an rehab.
ɛno no yɛ different from ahade no a hɔ a no obi akɔsra no ne akɔyi ne kude ne de na kɔbɔ show ne back and forth na eba no si edi no tu kwan a ne nyankofo baby papa ma ne tena. I'm telling you say comfort kwade ye man be 3 to 4 years consistently so yesterday asade na mebiem but because sadia ye ka ye ne an ye tikumase ye nim de ye ka from the days of Jamestar na no ho aton na asen aba ne ye sade ne ko rehab na Jamestar sa akoyi no na no ho aton na asen aba wo ho a 2 years time ye so comfort kwade ye hwehwe ne ewu no obekọ na baya kaso a gata se no hye ne asa akoyi ne ye de ne ko rehab okay say 1 minute
de ne ko rehab ewa na ne ho ato no no akọ perform na asen aba ewa na hamanti aba be fa no ho ato no kra ya di the birthday samini muni na afru kumase akra ba kumase a basement edi gia ba comfort kwa de yenim se ade ne mabiem na asen aba ade ne yemfa no ntu kwan yemfa no free system nim.
Okay, thank you. A suggestion out there, but by way of information, no, I'm saying cultural attaché. I said the last time Yenye was in the late 80s to 90s, and Yenye since then Yenye cultural attaché. This is from Juwe Mensah from the National Commission on Culture. All right, so now what you and Koma abetoja like I might be muyem shishio maybe so phone said doom na ebi so ehu odogu for a number same frame no the fact say you say FBI for Abercrom mochiche Ghana for the omoko na echemu no cheze say ebi mo since 2013 and FBI for started tracking omo to be at 2023 been since 2017 to 2024 and omo tracking omo to this time say omo abeswa nipa bebre na the ti omo abechi omo no and omo eye ano baba na omdo makọ akodi o masem ne nyina ye dwumadi a yini aba Hajia for real ekoda mu form bi na ntie ne chese ya no na afi na dru yenu anu mema mu se omo ema ne mema dey about 12 nyame eya aduma ye de omo beko ema omo so yakọ akodi o masem ba ebi de omo extradition no ye ewusu awo court as we speak and let say a dada boat. Say, is it daddy boat or dada boat? No, the boat one. Coffee boat. Sorry, coffee boats own. And so moko court. I'm a 2 asemna koshe 1st July in response to whether he has to be extradited or not and all those. But Mami said I say few survivor. Okay. So far, amount for Odogu Maira, amount for Mugumu so Aira. What is happening?
Well, what is happening is a chichi amount for na areho ye pa because ola magana jidin boni kane no bogana yenim say ye de ba no hospitality say ahohogie pa de yedi mu kane and we know how a dimboni way affect o man bi to Nigeria kane no can Nigeria be at the 419 it took a lot of effort omo di Showbiz creative space no na asesa Nigeria dia say obo a among for person mo say afro beats e konkan among for person mo say omo movies e konkan how mu ye pa na olawo sha se sa dimboni a yeji besi sa breya busa ho say ye movie industry a ye wo sisi ano ebetimi ye free sa how ni mo ana because Nigeria almost the Nollywood did a lot of things to change your man for perception about what the country is. Ye see ye ti ye movie any skits kakakaka ye e was a hoden na ebetimi push add sesa narration said ya alata for no ye nana say ye the abase Black Star experience ye see we are seeing na obi antu nani embehwe ha. So if we go about na ye chichin crofo ye se Ghana de okwa scammers na gu ho a emfa so de bia embrain ya ye ti hanum sei se wa hwa o ma ya so mu no so no mu nyina invest wo ye space mu
are you certain for sure
so ye nim kran ye nim a few names bia o ma so musicians bia sene and also musician asene a obuana ne band for wom ni team for wom I mean venue I'll be higher man there's a chain of benefits omo twa sa musician ho ahia no ensaka and they say kwaya say park academy owner ono so football so into a year of enyum ne ye space na call sports and so it tells you say
some of them had investment in sports as well. Okay.
And see ye dey ni baby asika ni free the investment ne ba ye be some because ye lack it. But see akoba ni say me mean say there is a vacuum ya create e wo honom in terms of funding no. E wom say bi mani agese achichi ebi mu but then ye wo space we be say won say sa support na nka at least so munya kakakakra no e be free hifa na aba na but that is not to say udi boni eti say ya e wo say ye de wo chew because obisika no wadada na no agini nyina na nipa no wakoto ohia mu propra ebi kra kwa akoji hun loans na mu de aba betua mrantie yika nti yemfoa friend boni so but then it tells us that there is a major crack in terms of investing in your space now aside ebi mani agese ya chinkofo bi it's a space I was see ye because ebi bua boyen ankasa ye wo industry mu on to Hajia for real like you say ono na o chuki nkofo akobobo din a matiti bi ngiri say wo so watiti bi sa ba o ken kan krata be da adwa na yes samrante won di won achi from 2013 till now
2030 be 2017
till now FBI agent am my exact date no that time no so Hajia so was on their radar.
Yeah.
Almost hwehwe because ono so ne de ne bae no yeti say ya hwehwe ne be 10 years ni nti ya hwehwe mu nyina how come sa fe de ono na ye yi nanim so ono na akwa bubo edin amana mesa enkomo interesting me.
You see I think with the reason and I said the I might be more concerned has to do the fact that we say need the buyer near can wasem no na ebi mu cheze say otimi esneche on some people ebe me ate ne term no eso eti at the end of the day when she was given 1 year and ebi mu adwuma say oh no asneche go mo ntwa ye ja na enkofo for beko and I say they were prophets really dey and a nipa 12 or more.
Even the statement from the court, Nekraka said there were other people almost show from Ghana.
Yeah.
And I sat here and said, Sabia, only fire and Kobe, only dear Gobi was sa crime with you need to watch out because omuno munim ni omoya omuno munim omomdo died at all. So I sat here and said that. But looking at data, I started tracking sa emrante way no. It should tell you so muni no more list ni mo ayehwe omodada.
Yeah.
And here so before be free omumu aba be bodi ansa na FBI for no ehunu se nipa we asumesi we wa bokro ni bi pen ewo baby. Ola ye kwa ye be nyina no. Edin a portray Ghana no na me eye mahometie. Enomo mani age no eyo say bia obi anya sika ne ya che ne say oni mi nyina ba bedi hia abom. It doesn't make sense. What am I say? Me hu de ntia obi di hia eya akonoma bi mu wo Ghana me ntia se bebre ni je ni nyina gina ho ye nyina abro pepepe kind of any je na waje ye girls a free and sem na yenya mani bi na ensem hunu nko but really a big crack e wo ye djuma ye mu say ye hia investors because some mu use yen how to wash sikana it should tell you say there is a need enti no mutimi di sikana bowra ho a omo ye den omo wash wo honum ti ye besre say no there's a problem at hand getting investors for ye juma ye and even some of them ye some other musicians omo be tonyum me enye ni kama me it's not something that is appealing because ebe kakra no ubedru amano ne no oboga na dia omure be free abedi pele re free asamuaja ni ebusa about scam. And if you want to pitch your country on a very high pedestal, this is not the way to go. What say you may need you. So for me, really, me focus here how say you go Ghana who fear. Do we have an industry that is capable of yeho Ghana who fear one man saying Jumana because Nigeria did it and I successful amount.
Yeah.
2 investors are yenya ye industry mo say ye ka aka says ask Messi no mu dintinti my woman say so omo chiomo no where is that funding also going to come from? And at 3 enough of atwetwe no say be meaning denti a ebiye ehia biya ebi nipa bi akono wo Ghana ha so bi ho che na we say dey mfasodie I don't support that. 4 se waboko no nko ade a was say ye chiwaso ewo ho nti wo sere no na wo dwen o house so a e de bebre ye man Ghana
like me jump you kakra
okay
because list na aba no a ye che location of taku for no ballers no spenders no ye can area can Brema UGC to me home so me ba
oh malata friend la no
tafoa no me ba sisi na ya ba be hwe se e ampa se on so ya chichi bi afiri mu ana ti de kai ka woni hwe se obi wo friend na ne number nko a no wa me ehu bu yes FBI against scammers
I mean so
and let me also say in this conversation the interest is not on any kind of if I say musicians that may have benefited from them. We are looking at this whole issue with scammers and a Dimbonia, a day every Ghana, and what the facts are.
Okay, so I think that when I or I in the ecoso, you know, my concern really is about the substance of the case. Sana me huno. I mean, so I think that early this week now, me to say, interdicting crofobia. Into obi to say Kofi Boat Madam for power.
Okay.
Yes. So yesterday I think I was in court. Today is Saturday, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I was at the court myself.
Okay, who call here in Ibi?
Yes, you know, I want to support because or mini papa, you know. So now my concern is about the substance of the case.
Okay.
And I'm because my sister Kano Obia patches okay, my bad name ni Sanyomano. Yes, a new but with time, sa a dino depending on the outcome of the case, no. Ebe to me a YP if you ho. I mean the Kofi Boat I know not yet, you know, so I can only say that from where I sit.
Okay.
Now I'm also I sit here as an example of somebody that have been accused of something before.
Okay.
And time vindicated me. So me can say in Kofona me fan say ayo mude and I say Bimuswa Omaye disappointed. Say Sanyo Mane no. And I think that they should give themselves time because time will vindicate the people that didn't do anything and also would stamp into reality in Kofoma BBI, you know. So I mean, I think the noise is all over the place in Kofo. I don't know again, Mrs. Taka, I don't know why we are happy. And when people are in some sort of a problem, you know, it's sad. It tells you how sad we are in this country as a people. What did they can I say? Obi nam na obi airborne is assembling tunu. Oh, inti so na baby cry na assemble tour na nkofa afa no World Cup na omo. Yes, Omuniachi. You understand? It's a very sad place that we are. Into Omuntu Omubu. Me make us say strength to Kofi Boat and the wife and in the family. You know, everybody was there on that day. His friends, he had a lot of people to support. And
okay, so my just few minutes, can you give us what really happened at the court?
There be mean to Minka. Medaka.
Okay. I said because there's a report of what transpired.
Report of kind of me mau update. Na me nyemi na me ba kind to kind am to make just say the kind no e yampa anase nyampa ba me nye reporter. So summarize it.
Okay.
Because me nim say asem wo court. You know, because there's a reason why they went to that court. I think it's a magistrate or a district court.
You see, the problem is not with reporting what happened in court.
Okay, so what exactly do you want?
It's making judgmental statements.
I know.
Of a case that is pending.
I know.
It's, you know, what, they let me be saying what happened.
Okay, so I'm saying
pass a judgment on the case.
I can't. I can't. I'm just saying, they were there for a specific reason. It's a magistrate or a district court, I'm sure.
Yeah, I almost say basic or something.
Yes, basic court. Katamantrichi. Yeah. Usually, Senate Assembly apparently the right court to allow the extradition.
Yeah.
And High Court and Supreme Court. So I think say a whole no more. So say any lawyers, Kofi lawyers by, and I think the other two parties will be lawyers by, and they argued.
The other two parties in the government side and
what I mean is they say okay, so there are 3 people in the booth.
Okay.
Kofi and 2 others. I don't know.
Oh, okay. The other people that
then the state. The state
okay.
is the state prosecutor.
Okay.
Omu facilitate extradition. You know, so by Kofi the lawyers, so by and other individuals, there are about 3. You know, so they argued the case out and made points the reason why that cannot be done.
Okay, that he cannot be extradited
at this specific moment, or whether he can be extradited at all.
Okay.
What I said, they make their arguments, and I'm sure that the judge heard what they said, and also I think she adjourned the case to I think 1st July. I've been wondering, say 1st July, say a holiday.
It's a prayer. National prayer day,
okay.
But I do not think so.
Declared no holiday. Okay. So that's what really transpired. But I mean, the lawyers of Kofi both did amazing because the arguments were solid. You know. So I think we're hoping for the best. The mechanism. So the people that are out there are almost. Yeah, they are excited about. I don't know what they are excited about. And even if Kofi Boat is extradited to the United States, it's not like he's guilty. There are charges. So
innocent until
exactly. So these are just charges. You know, say bibini kra no court. Maybe I will call Makola court. What I say over ko team for no ni level no be call no akwa kanasem. Until you be kanasem maybe because or you're guilty and also on you're guilty. I don't know what your problem is. And even if he's found guilty or not guilty, I think it's none of your concern. Anybody who's really excited about the situation. I mean, sometimes I just don't understand. You don't find us in Baufie, we soon find what's in Conifie.
So the gloating.
Mentioning names of
people
they think should be prosecuted.
Yeah, you know, it's sad. You know, just by sitting here, crowd beat me, Nibufu. Well, for nothing, won't hear she. Maybe I also have no background. Uncle Pardon won't hear Yaba, Sana, Yakako, that not Nibufu for nothing. Into all two in our bomb pie say, Yembechu. I don't understand what the situation. So
okay.
You know, and I'm hoping say we all get out of this because, like my sister said, generally, if it's a Ghanaian name,
it's bad for all of us.
Yes, so we will need to clear and these things it happens everywhere in the world.
But is it also the case that in court and from the court proceedings, you know, he has come out say, I say Ibimu Castle or non kwana why involving himself into a certain fraud scheme to the tune of about $100 million. But is it the case that court in the lawyers are trying to make it clear that he is not and has not done such a thing?
Okay, so to start with, they can't even go into the merits of the matter. That's not why they are there. This court has no jurisdiction over the matter.
Okay, so this is about whether you're court and I'm
very simple. You know, so I'm sure the arguments and whoever made the report might put that because obviously it's public. And they say, I mean, can he be extradited or not? What you say, based on what the law says.
Okay.
If the law allows, say any no court, non-co canasema or beko canasem. What you say allow law no so allow because you see, everyone say before you make an arrest, and this is like a general assertion, before you make an arrest, it depends on the
jurisdiction.
And not necessarily the office that's looking for you.
Okay.
So everyone say Yoko a show, maybe a CID office, maybe a police. Depending on the office that is calling you, there are different approaches to it.
Actually, on the international law, when it comes to issues like this, when there's a case, not the victim, the country victim no war no omo na what jurisdiction omo de be handle case no unless stated otherwise into this is
the victim is
the victims are old Americans according to the story.
And yeah no put America
and if that country has got that
agreement
that agreement with
us.
country now but maybe America has an agreement with Ghana in respect to extradition. So
it's the same way say yeah saw a finance minister
former finance
exactly sorry former finance minister. My point I'm trying to say
sorry I don't mean to cut you. Okay, you continue.
My point I'm trying to say is that before the finance minister landed on the red notice, there were there was communication between the OSP's office and on one casa. What did they make an answer? So the question is, I don't know, these are things that I didn't hear in the court. Say at any point I invite Kofi Boat and I will say okay yeah she show baby and I want call what you say and is he on any wanted list? I'm sure some of these things may
any Interpol list
good. So ABI say Sanyo Manaba and yan and I no for a very long time and or Dodi don't say then this is where we ebemu. But if you go into the merits of the matter and Sanyo money now and trust then what is the urgency in the extradition? What you said, these are things I'm sure say the lawyers will throw about in court.
Okay, now, finally on the court, is it also you can maybe clarify? If it's not, we can just move on. Is it also the case that the FBI representation at the court presented a question of presented a document stating that Kofi Boat, that's his name, your friend,
yes,
was involved with one Frederick Asante in terms of money transaction to the tune of 300,000, not 100 million. The 100 million and 300,000. So the report is saying that it's 300,000 and linking Kofi Boat to that Frederick no and then back court and that according to what happened in court was a genuine business transaction and has nothing to do with scamming.
Okay, so again, I didn't hear all that in court.
Okay.
And then I'm saying the court that they went to has no jurisdiction to get into the matter. Now, I don't know who wrote this, but if anybody
is a reporter from the court.
Yeah, I'm sure this will be part of your friend saying, what you call it, arguments now, the lawyers,
exactly. It's an argument that lawyers present.
Yeah, but that's not the right forum for Kasan because they are not there to talk about the merits of the matter. So ABI they wanted to use that because I mean one of the things that I heard they say Kofi has almost about 1,000 workers on your Muyejuma.
Company.
He runs he runs multiple businesses. One of his businesses I know a cold store. Or a cold store, yes. So he has I think 300 direct workers and now 700 more agents are on your Mudili.
Wow.
Yeah, and I've known this for like a minute, so these are some of the things can't work court saying to let you know who you're dealing with and how come and I say plucking it out of the system so I'm sure
they dealt with this also in court.
Yes. I mean these are things that his lawyers raised what did they make an answer. So I'm sure this might but me dear man I was in and out because then na me phone calls you can't so maybe I missed some of these things, but the fact of the matter is no, that court has no jurisdiction, has no right, has no power because that's not the matter before it.
Yeah, but they need to also prove to the FBI people that this person you want to pick is not involved in what you are accusing him of, so you cannot pick him.
No. So what Matilda can I say? But the point of the matter is here, and that's one of the things. I don't know. Maybe if you read down the report, you hear.
Yeah.
Kofi Boat's lawyer raised the fact that his client any notice be as on him crash will be sure.
Yeah.
On him so be sure. On one can be funny player.
Yeah. They stated it here.
Yeah. Good. What I said, and that was a very solid point. Me after the proceedings, I saw the lawyer and said, "Hey, that was a good one." Because on him so be sure now. Why won't he go and face? Last week I was seated here and said, "Say, Obi to say Haja for real. I respect her, and she's a man more than the the current, so the former finance minister, because Haji SMC, on one kasa, yes, from Britain. And the American, no facing whatever. And yes, so if you are a man and asema tour, you go, you don't run away. Yeah, nipa na edwani mpajoze. There be who here so yare na so yare. You just come and do what you have to do. Focus on, so I'm sure say the lawyers made that assertion, in our presentation. So all those factors I'm sure will be
considered in whether you
judgment to say strike that your man as a memo. And I think that there was something to they raised about say Oni Iyoko. So so let's see what goes on. But whichever way I'm saying, say those who are talking are excited. Because now them nisika eba okutoku the guy is a nice guy in the family, nice family, and she samba when he made Jimmy sa and
only me ana
me
that's all cashman.
Sorry, and then
so no like kaza
and no post the idea no so Isaac also already you comment so mo post the way I mean can't comment but that was the first comment I saw Mr. But we see why Titi say Titi family house. I don't know how people Titi family house.
What did he do?
Ariana.
Yes.
Because I will
me.
I don't know here.
Some post and then you get why Titi family house. I don't know how that looks
Thank you so much. Still on the FBI and
for me, dear, honestly, answer na sa rumor we start here. Won't say is it prior to Saja for real Baba na Saja for real by na rumor we start here. I think it started from Snapchat accounts be. And Obeka say FBI, Abagana, Omuchinkofo. I honestly didn't believe it. Now me feel say it's just one of those stories. Kikan. But on is it Monday or Tuesday? Boo. Na me boo. Kasa me say I went to some plush hotel. Ewo cantonment. Na me kwakoye meeting be. Na me do hotel in lobby no. I saw about 3 white men.
Okay, meeting hotel.
If I'm home, 3 white men. I did meeting.
3 white men.
I saw about 3 white men, 1 black man and a female. Na no mushe mufti, and no mushe vest, and the actual Interpol. You so me who you know? I think then I did here. Then I saw the statement out there. That, you know, so that was when it actually dawned on me. Say, oh, this is actually true. Now, it's actually
Interpol people in every country.
Yeah, and I'm interested. Like when I saw them, I mean, who say, "Oh, okay, so there's something really happening," because I didn't, you know. So for me, it's sad. But first angle, I may person me fear. I've seen so many people make so many comments, a lot of videos on Snapchat, and people are literally gloating. And Kofobia Kwakotina station, crab, bobo amount for din say young question on source of wealth. I mean. Sebio, you know, like I wonder why we sit there with Sebi FBI and the institution they are dealing. They know what they are doing.
Yeah.
They if they want to come after you, they will make sure say they've gathered a lot of things. I want to me approve when it comes to say you approve before they will come after you.
2013 to 2024.
Exactly. How many years down the line? So you sit somewhere and then you suggest that your question will be source of wealth and onyanisika when just come on. I think says any money interest so and yeah, what social media pointing fingers at people no and nice because people work and and sometimes I think say I don't know oh yeah kono na you feel say we say we a certain age be and sana when you see but people literally have their breakthroughs at a very young age. And a genuinely legit money. Menka say fraud is ho and also ho. But people literally work and get their money genuinely. even though you say you nim yet kroma you nim the echo, we know that people also get their money through other means. But let us stop pointing fingers and leave it for the right institutions to do their jobs. Now, Ola, the link to Hajia for real, no, I can't fathom. Me shed and tears why they are linking it to Hajia for real. Say Hajia for real na akwa chukin krofo and na intino wama bagana hana ye chichin krofo. I think say yen should be because we are putting the girl's life in danger. Senia ye kana ma abeye ato amanfo ti mama amanfo agye di say ebi onu na wakwa ye bibi ni yen to ye boase. Yentu ye boase mempo Ola no krepa ni me pesa me kan bibi ma. Okay. Sempo se Hajia for real empo. That's if, underline word is if. If se Hajia for real na akọ bon krofo din a. Boni be na waye. Onya boni. According to Emrano, Section 20 of our own Criminal Offences Act in Ghana makes it clear, say, it is an offence if you aid, conceal, or harbor an illegality or information on a person who has committed a crime with the intention of helping them. So even if boni or mayeno, udisi boni crime, it's against our Criminal Offences Act.
It will be quiet boni na unimu.
Na unimu biya.
Na udisia.
Na betting.
Na udi ni pano crazy.
Yes. And it is a Hajia for real. Oba to me. Ako facing the charges, ako serving the term. Na sempo, that is if, underline word is if. Ebe mu se Hajia for real na ako bubu amanfo de was say congratulating no. Oh yes. Because it's yamra. So we say snitch. Eno de emfa ho. It's yamra. Because except you who cut to be able na wu fima wouldn't say adekoduna wu kom na was say reforming was a person to become a better person. So if Hajia for real indeed, if she was the one on Awako Bubodinya, and we say you're congratulating no, because ye can and this is not to say Krofa ye accuse him and Oma you. This is not to say that ye can ye silly piama ye ninayati as ye say. And Krofa ye kwakochi omo sebio edi Ghana ne ebono. Tongue edin bonis so I don't know if Sechini correct. It's selling the country in Ghana it's a peaceful country. Recently they released a list of countries that are ranked most peaceful or something, and Ghana was on the list. It is here the fraud ne babe batayen now facing maybe a lot of mudinya will be mudinya because they associate them with 419 near there and no so be ye chafa minjin this mo amotete wa mo sere amani age amo visa to kwan ebe easy amamo sa it is a Hajia for you impose why ye bibisa e wo se e bonaba so eno kwotwere ho Ola, one of the things yemen na kakra and they say yakeka and some we are na conspiracy for wire fraud, money laundering, romance scam, business email, connection or say den. Ola mpese busa question. Say sikano. Say ban say womu scam amanole phone or whatever it is na say eba ehifa ne fa bedu kroma.
Say bank fan.
Yes, efa banks meboa. Efa banks. Efa baby obi na be kwa scan obi na be kwa yi. So what yana sometimes me dwene ho ana ya me na kakra ne say we have security agencies in this country. We have banks asabio sikabi befa account mu a raise concerns and alarms. So are we saying that if this is true, our security agencies and major banks and whatever institutions that are in charge of these things, nothing like that alarm them for them to question and probe into these things? You bet now I'm be a fili kromo ton aba ansana.
Sorry, bisa bibi kakra.
Right.
How many we here?
Oh, there be I thought you were going somewhere, but baby, I'm now nice. But my question is, unim sola say uku via phone. Now be ton mami. And a police be chair. You be chair Miss Waka.
Sure. Yeah. What talk on the confirm.
Thank you. Now, if what we are saying is what we should go by, it is an analogy now minds is yeah. In Tibia, Udi Sika, maybe what transfer Sika share me bank account. Scanning a stolen money. And Ababe told me my account. Monsieur Ababe me boy.
What's that?
Okay. Maybe so. I mean, I don't know. I'm just asking, and anybody can help us. Why should I question you where you got your money when you transfer money to me?
As in, if assuming I am transferring my money to you,
yes.
Like I will something Nasika or debate to my account.
Should I ask you that?
Yeah.
Well,
why?
I think yes.
Okay. So be sad.
There be remember analogy without answering. So say sir. Semi call a champion dishes unim ho e wa
Champion.
Semi call to adwane wo ha so mo busam says kan unya won.
Yes sir.
Oh mpatro wo de mami landi.
As a watch me time.
Oh.
I don't want to man.
What was the question? I said the man no.
Yeah, because you see my question is we transfer we transfer monies to everybody. We all get transfers.
Yeah.
What you say because ebi amini obi a business. What you say? What transfer 1 million, 2 million, 3 million, 4 million is already I share my account.
If I transfer $1 million
yes
to your account,
yes,
Okoso Okuya, you'll be questioned. Yeah. You have to go through a list of questions.
Yes.
To prove the origin of the money, who sent the money to you,
what did you do,
and all those questions have to be answered before
carry more than $10,000.
A certain amount you have to declare.
I understand that. I'm saying, if me, that I bank, I have a bank, and you have transferred money into my account, and the bank has received the money, they received it, they are going to make money off the money,
but they will also be questioned.
Maybe. I'll get you. You see, these are questions we will never ask because that is how the status quo is. I'm saying, so if banks can receive fraudulent money, in somebody else's account, the bank they have no.
So that is where I'm coming to. Until I'm saying my man. No, let me finish.
To arrest one person,
and then the syndicates level because it comes across as
no. But what you say? Bank no receive his scan. I don't know the end question.
Yes.
You see, most of the times, depending on the quantum of the money, even the banks are questioned.
And there's a wire transfer. Will be a
So me patron me
that is a do designation.
No, me can't say. So I'm saying, so if it's found out, say, Abia, Ola transfer stolen money to me, and my bank received it, and I'm guilty of it. What makes the bank
equally liable, I guess?
And it will be super cold.
So sometimes me feel say security agencies and I say some of these institutions they fail us to a certain extent. Some of us we stay zone go before. I mean, you know where me I come from. How some people receive money. Some of them are even working with the bankers to receive these monies on their behalf. Ebimu wo ha sika na eba no senia wo kan sika no senia vidance boss obi ni wie mo okoso sika ni mo na wachichiri sika no de aba be she obi botom sika na ba ebefa bank ebesi obi so. And to say, any question I mean, say, do we have some individuals at these points? I want so no, almost share was says, Sika, we want a better system. Anything I yen to me and draw attention to it. Some of these queries and investigations will be done by our own investigative and security agencies. So you could tell, say, if a certain coffee boat. And I boni din say why bibia that's if we allege it's not yet established say on you guilty what am I say if a certain coffee boat no crap pass say one for the America for over $100 million I'm not sure say that $100 million no onunko ani be seen so knowing what we know there is a trail. Baby, as a canify, so sometimes I just ask myself, say, some of these security agencies, me can say institutions, no, they should set up because in human be wahonoma you bet to me aye wo ha kran sana it's because if they are doing their jobs and they investigate and truly they find out that the source of the money now wo dey bano enye legit, I'm sure something can be done about it. And say you be jano ho sa na afei akwakoye now we call social media all the trend. There are some very popular YouTubers omo crime stories and omo fire story haja for real it was all over. We so no ekokoko na ekodu de ebekwakodu I'm sure it will go all over, and it's not a good image for your country. Olamide manu twatu a ye be share Ghana for so omo nto omo boase kakra, cause asem na abano ye say allegedly ya accuse you obi say no akwakoye ye say lupi ana so samiti ye mention down who any final judgment say indeed the guy has been pronounced guilty of frauding Americans of $100 million and blah 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 into yedeneko yenya bote kaka assemble da so court ye gusu ka se ye kana esipi na afa ye establish say ye no clear na afa ye nina ye ka yenya bibi papa ye den agina so na ya ka ye be shega for the gloating over this is not a nice thing. Mema ohia nye wakono ma oyonko kwa ho chire mu a na wo so ye o de say oba be kan ho wo manchia ho na wo hye no. All right.
No, but I think we are over concentrating on Kofi Boat, but he's
there are others.
He's not the only person. So to help with the conversation, my member omo akakaun said there's a United States versus Otu champion any one kikan ho. Now this Otu champion no ne Anna Amponsa, Hannah Adom, Portia Joe, Abdul Isaka and Adwan Asafweji or so no eka list of people no for their participation in conspiracies to commit wire fraud and money laundering. And but there's another list so you know so United States versus Joseph Kojo Bedu Boateng dodo na nimsi friend no Dada Joe remix or also ediano about 30th May yes say on also so is involved in conspiracy to commit wire fraud and conspiracy to commit money laundering. And according to your friend the same documents now are available no or only there no omo dinachi from 2013 through to March 2023 and sana omo arriving on to the conclusion say Abrante no wadi nyamad sembia o se ombefanko mamkoto tunano ena yesawo duan asafwaje na biem enso ne different squad na this squad no emo ebi alatani ba ko kan friend David onyeyeye abua ne kwe or something mede enyemi krom di ntimi hu ena Nancy Adom ena Eric Edo ena Nada was safe almost also the same charges na conspiracy to commit wire fraud and money laundering and the other listings so hona the more can one semi Kofi vote Kofi vote the end so these other lists was Muntaka Mohammed Mubarak minister acting on the acting by representation of the US through the court issue a warrant for the extradition of one Isaac Oduro Boateng, Inusa Ahmed, Derek Van Yeboah, and a Patrick Kwame Asari to the US on similar charges of conspiracy to commit money wire fraud and money laundering. So these are about 12 people. Yes, ma'am.
Ministry of Interior by
which was in March.
Was it supposed to be made public?
No,
because
it wasn't.
Then it means that leakage, you know. However,
somebody leaked it.
So it means that a very sensitive ministry, it was checking your yepa because I don't know if it's going to cause a problem because how I pay by you could tell say you'll be phone and now the
these things there's nothing that you can do. So if anybody was like
the language of the letter
I'm sure
it's supposed to be something that is supposed to be secret. Or confidential.
I'm sure the Interior Ministry have a way relay on social media. They can officially release it to the media, but how a PA
no, but they didn't release it.
No. So it tells you say Obina yes. So if it's supposed to come out, it should come out the right way.
I do. So I'm saying it's a leak. So it is not meant to come out. So this conversation should not even come up. What did they make an say? It's a leak.
No,
no. The conversation
someone breached
that letter hasn't
exactly.
got that hasn't got your friend in there.
No, I know. I know. And it's not even about my friend or not.
I'm sure there are those that I have mentioned. Almost letters were bad, and none of mine.
So that's what I'm saying. Say, look, there are lots of letters going about. Yeah, these security agencies, that's why it's done in secret. What did they make an answer? That's why it's coded, right? Now, who shared the orcas a leak? Now, to say there's a way it should come out. Then it means to say okay, also on more Facebook.
Then you're not listening to me. Then I say it was a PR. It was a fact crime passo.
Okay.
Nedi P.
Yeah.
Well, like said,
I was a check baby. Let us snify, you know. Near silly leakage.
Yeah, that's
all I'm saying.
Yeah, sorry, before you come in, sorry. You know, somebody's talking about lifestyle audit, Namity, you know.
Yeah.
You see, sometimes you kasa, you into a book because if you want to just pick up what they do out there and bring it here, we're not wrong. Who per lifestyle auditor, Cosec or China Panko for the Omo Yebeme no Abia market, Minambayi, Mbabakana mewo. What I'm saying is that say who per lifestyle auditor, so Obiato, Bugatti, Obiato, Rolls Royce, Obiato, Lamborghini, Obiato. Person ko bisa so onya sika no ha nkrofo so gusek omo didi e o china no pako bisa o say oh chale mo be didi den mo fa na muda atale na lifestyle
this is necessary.
I'm saying say me ba you see as I sit here it is not everything I know. I'm saying say if it is in our laws
but and then I say we are down for here involved. I say okay,
obviously yes obviously my point is say say never nya sika me no ka say me nam no obi omoni yemi mo ko ba bi komisa na yi
sa
me tu me to buga me to plane me to bi o be bisa mi den time omon yemi o be bisa mi shi onu no ni won shi. I'm saying say look you see there are a lot of things. I'm somebody who wants to challenge what I came to meet. So the America, somebody like Martin Pebu, Mami Nyankupon, means not grammar. Lawyer Martin Pebu, Lawyer Martin Pebu. He's one of the lawyers, that went to the Supreme Court to go and fight for bail for charge be with murder. Me, almost charging me with murder at the time there was no bail. My lawyers had to go to Human Rights Court to get my bail at the time. Say and obi ku obi a money bail. Once they fulfill the bail conditions, good. Those are the things I want to do in this life. So if there's a law saying, we want to go investigate people how they make their money, there should be another one going to find out why people are suffering.
Okay, thank you very much. Established.
Obia when declared income. Onya ebia bosumbi o minimum wage kra ewo we a politician president any salary. Inti se wo live beyond or above sa means na it's an easy thing say be conduct sa friend saying lifestyle.
We don't have a problem with that.
Me saying Richard
because obia we stated income
any problem
but you are saying say inko busa
living
above ni
na below no so below there
it's when you go above
below the
then you treasure honor
I go you will call a Bema UGC so we are going to squad now
okay inti to say the minimum kan no say nyina Ghana for inti no news to say no ye nyina ye feel say e de animguase e bro man no ye de to Nigeria ho. But come to think of it, it is happening all over the world. There is this dark web crackdown. Nipa 276 I actually are involved in this crime, scam related issues. From US and Kasakra, 130 people. Over Germany, Nipa 42, UK 37, France 29, South Korea 19, Austria 4, Netherlands 4. Brazil 3, Switzerland 1, Spain 1. Enti FBI about Ghana for the door saying, you know, it's news, but it's not really a big deal like that. I'm not here to say scam is a good thing, but like we all understand, you know, it is an allegation. They have their evidences, but it depends on the lawyer and the person that is the suspect, no. so obetumi akwa tete ne ho ana so on tete ne ho. Even to be happy about it is a mistake because you name the outcome of the case. Now Hajia for real, the end be lead in the teacher and the ababedru her. I understand say Hajia for real no. Nanka pe ne accepting ne guilt no. Nanka say e dey no jail for 5 years. But apparently no say o plead on the note say or a single mother. Because from that time Nana amount for din started by I remember say even Shaba money adade nyina no mudin de beba na ma say ne ade. And then the lawyer be can say omombo obi din from that time no and I'm sure say no obi can say omombo obi din. But I know say when a ruling no and as a sentence no there was a portion a document a state where Hajia for real ne baby father ebemo because of chese an account muna sikafa and all that until ne baby father cry ho bemo. So there's also a possibility in say the baby father cry dia bemo na say bia oni obi so e kan ho a edin betimi apop up though the lawyer says they didn't do anything like that. Apart from that I mean him say the judgment no so no almost for 15 property right worth an amount a betimi they are compensating the victims because there were about 40 people let me say the scam no you know ain't no a lot of things komu and sana the jail and say 5 years no about 1 year 1 day and na when you know what titimu na or day aba now waba afofo din aba mu say you can scam and kasa nyina ye nim say people are scamming in different ways. There are people even using the Bible amount for you saw a whole sorry dying that is scamming amount for and they are making money but because what the Bible nobody is going after them and they are saints. So obi there aba it doesn't mean say obi a so we should know how address this particular case and the fact that up until say be prove you guilty no to me enkase omaye and also omunye ye ni na so no ye nyina na say die ho so because the fact that sani amayi ama ene youth ni nyina obi a feel said that you know so person udi yankasa you don't do the legitimate work because legitimate work will not bring you the kind of wealth wo hwehwe no nti obi ape I mean today we maya fefefe they all say that maybe enye game boy cry anya dia made date you know it's something we are in the gym and if globally there's this crackdown from all over it means there is something that is going on. It is happening. It is up to you to decide. And of course, the people that are partaking, they are adults. And they know the outcome of some of these moves when you engage in them. And, I know for sure, Obi Womukrana Waya. I mean, Onya Bofra, and it won't be news, too big a news for the person if there's something like this happening. Hajia for Rukobaye, there's a video I saw. Obedu, you stand if you be or north or so. Me also coffee ho. Ain't do kwata krana say oji tu mukrana so kokko serve na oba say japade ni bi koni ade still oba onye kra sa say obetine je no ase na feel say woni na aye pe ontumi na enye pe because oba is so she has a property here okwa do san kwata ki wo mu enti no ye tu ye ho for say we shouldn't be involved in this but then also we shouldn't be too happy about say ato afofro because there are people that are also using different beautiful white clothes ways coming like nipado do no what I say enti no well anyaba let's hope say ombetimi atete ombetimi atete omo ho a eye anamo adult and etu and they knew the possible outcome of what this would be. Yeah,
it has. Dr. Laiki, the doctor himself, doctor of comedy. Now we know mamini kamisa unim ngofoni bi ya form if you come say you say omo enim computer ho tena di pesca computer ho
that will can be about Bremen UGC.
Yes, Matisse ngofo ka say squad bi o Bremen UGC omo so say e bia fon ko hwe omo na minim bibisa ho sa
if you ask you na ade ya pa ne say ye dey assemble tools na wuji wa no ba bia say okọ Bremen UGC akola twa skirt akola young boy ko pon school ono do ye say what set na so for behind the scenes or YouTube or the behind the scenes na ye dey ikugu or UGC me fa chuti me pa but so me wan nya na $1,000 anani $800 obeje but o betan wa ka say yes UGC for a scam omu ye say hwe ye bitim ola ye bitim dia se bia tetere wo kon wo yi wa no ba bia enye ye setisa sentisa menu mienu ye ni ho bema UGC nya ba bia obeka se ho ye scam ne entisa obi e bon ho moden ene ho ukobisa wo mase a ye be ka che wo dan ne se e ho de ye movie center.
Okay.
You try movies and another day. Oh, to mess around to be cast a Brema UGC and a scam and a say and tisa.
Are they necessary? Didn't a Brema be more cancer? Is it the case that boys no will seek our hormone now because of much movie? No,
instead of because I crack on one pound school could eat $800.
I could our pound school.
Make me just say, well, we school. Okay, I mean, fancy all SS crown. What could you busume? $800.
Wow.
Let's say be our banner or chile. I will be the same now. We can.
Make us when you scan away. I quite
it was the over cancer or best scam.
Main cancer.
Over can.
Minim saka.
It do what as when you see carry a day. Oh, hey.
Because I go school dear or near Juma until you scan away.
That's the question. We will be so I could you and our quest. Sana over can.
Oh, okay.
So, you say, you judge, you know, it's see any a judge you. See any a judge you. Ola yonkofo mu business o
sir
yonkofo bi mu big time business e bia na se mebre yi ka se o se kofi wo workers be 1000 na o tua o mu ka so mu de meche no minim kofi
so no
minim kofi pa
okay
kofi a good person the minim say o ye businessman o ye na twuma a o tua workers ka etinam yusu word bi se ola ye de asem to so a on ya papa asebu ya de kwa wi wa no ba bia nya dai enye yi asem ye dai ehia etimese sa asem ba umienya abotre ebianse na woka se obi wo football
Park Academy
nti say players na nkwa na wo no mba fine no mba fa so ebi nso a wo nkom no na ntesa eti mesre wula Brema UGC die ho de movie center ho de movies near dey you twa no ho ho de movie and you twa no ho
ba eti no movie no ama ase ho no ayefe like amanfo sisi adan cause young people sisi adan eye japade ho
ho na person magazine sa ben ho sa Brema sa na magazine no magazine for bi kokori akwan so ebi yewi enti magazine na ben ho no enti sa town no e blow ska
okay sika sase
sika sase usi so ne now do need to form na so be business be farm enti do ebi aba ku bi ko different bi ane de attack bebre enti sa
na uti this whole ebia arrest no what
me you say okay imagine share danye day oh yeah
doctor like
me ni pa bia si ametiwe me ni mudin ko madwene ne wa badwene nse ni ha de me chense me hia akola bi wo kwan no talent no aboa no eno na bia na madwene ye day me nse dan ko media no so me free no ha ba ni nyina ni ho nyana me twa skate we try one I say kwotena ho ade tintimi said that one more Kenya my din na I was shaking my head say I said some blah 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 something like so it's your friend mama ma adwene me say media na so no o say that course ye
ba ebi mu so che say yenwan mo wo sa akonya ni nyansa ene nimde na omo di sa adwuma no omo nya sika omo be invest bi wo especially mo amutwa skate ebi wa bo say obi wonya sika ni bi omo se yefre bi washing obe washi sika no obe fa Dr. Like mo na wode we twa betimi wa be shen kra be twa be 3 months sika bi a woji bi obetua otwa no so de akwakogu YouTube But have you encountered BBC?
Blaule, wa be fabu producer, wa be fa me sakwasi. Me da bompa se me nya producer. Abi so madwuma na madwuma ye dey akosoro. No wa ba akwasi wo beje me sei. Into the wa kana ko be kwa ko bisa se bla wo scan nya na nya adwuma no ye.
About 3.
Me dey re to me o. Ana ma bompa na me nya obi a o be so madwuma nim. The handsome may you good work, Amano. Let do baby so all cotton and all copper to my media tree. No, so I got you being so the other day. I be with them, not Jumana May, but mean to me could be Sasabla. Sicano, Unyan, hey, and I say, one of the man, as are my interference.
Why they
interfere? What can I say? My Fifi moon, I may pay. And Chebia Kunyaba, or come you and son on Abons, baby. We business way and answer where they may some any moving quantum meter.
Okay, then I count.
And Chebia will also better a play. We are besides a woo a play now toy. We yarn
in the American.
Oh, there be the aha.
Was they?
Like in our castle.
The baby says a play now toy and we yarn here. And tea, Sabe, if we were so. Everybody so say you mean your mama na day e kan no ba na nyina ye try say Ghana no edin be day e be ko achi na I make a good name na nyina aboy so enti
finally ade ba ko so I say me misa no say one of the ways are yin mun enye sika pudu na omotimiri sika no eba eduru Ghana no dey investment so omode fa ebia celebrities amo ewo sika amo account mo do edi sika ni bi fam na bia mababe hu like you ochale my business be omo disca baba my account no ahodin so etimi accept sika no ba so wo account ahodin so a obetimi adom nam di sika na fa ho na eba mama percentage minim so what is ankomo na
ma tell you chesa say obi say ma me fa sika mfa account
because we say we no YouTube go na oji usika kese. It was YouTube no so you tia to account bim.
Yeah.
It's in account na mo you do am say make me the bear $2 million craft him. But e bia na me first deal am I. Na me ntimi for $2 million from account fi anim. Ne bia ma be hu say Dr. Like me expect $2 million bi. Uma my account details na me fanje e ba me TB amount. Who encounter those situations?
Ya me num no kwani me share bisada.
Ta
that be how my life mother. Say bia me dey be fam.
So you see what the question you asked. Let's just say BBC AC. Wow. E bia onu ni baby askani efi. Obi a nipa kuno ni e fine. No china be I say ya chi no. Now obi a me no I'm just saying. Now china be I can say oh ya chi no for baby scam. Won to mo bo ma mu yen kika asem ni wi asa.
But one said their boo can so one. So la make one so la friend me say yeah oh account because listen like send American fraud guys no I don't know some follow some of them literally advertise on their social media account needed in da for X amounts of money 10% commission they put it there on Snapchat and stuff the boys literally advertise it so Semitiwana say Ola friend me say yeah you get account for America you get Chase account I want deposits $2 million for your account inside. So, as educated as I am, am I not going to find out sikane fi him?
Oh wow, oh misa.
Especially Ola say
Sameni Ola dia o misa.
Oh,
TV kasa. TV kasa na
Ola misa ko enche na e try ni shoe ni ba TV ni so na on strand na $2 million ba da
because sikame o fi baby a. Ube busa say like where does the money come from? Because then him say well, if I'm wrong, somebody should correct me.
That's what we are telling you.
I'm anoni o bank account awo. Se sikapudro bi betoma.
They'll call you.
Ye to me efra u bisa o se skanifi. And I'm back.
Everywhere the account no was so
everywhere. I didn't even hear.
And looking at Mimi accounts, maybe the highest amount is say $100,000 or something. All of a sudden I'm getting $50 million and stuff in my account. It's
sena okano no. And yes I say also unim sena unim streets and because any sign a coso. Because you see, to start with, everybody knows their threshold of an account.
Right.
What did they can say? So say, oh, before crime make bisao, I know say you are receiving 2 million. That's when I send 2 million. Thank you.
And so.
Thank you.
No,
I don't know who that's
or no, so this guy be fan accounts man. For or no, you name the moon, baby South say, when you met me up, oh, this stuff I'll phone you, mammy, and yeah, call. Baby stop, what I want now, but what did that you sick so meeting me at and
that's exactly what is happening with a lot of these cases. I can tell you.
Narrative story. We show so neat. Nana will say, Obi contacting Wukola.
Oh, that was $100 million.
$100 million.
Yeah.
And that's only pan per se or yen Obema only call the account and about 20%. Maximum. Only pan say or 50% nyabote or 50%. 50% you know only pan negotiate and only pan say 50 they own to me 40 no be do to me.
Yeah.
Which means to say me makoye ejuma pa. Listen, legit money say ejuma pa na makoye. Na me be ma $40 million for free. No. That is a nyaboto. Let me make my point. If I'm wrong then correct. Ebi am not just sikana me free money.
But some can be say $100 million wunya no when you can be say so because it's too heavy.
What you say? Only pa kono receive this $100 million like you're rightly saying. Probably be an account no or more than that. It is as can be femu cry be a normal. But no so ni baby is can if you also press on the 40%.
Yeah, because risk no.
Into who come boss and come out radio so now. No no much.
How much them I Debbie and as can go na because Debbie patrol no. But I may have undercover. Don't worry. I undercover
because the my sister can earlier. Yes, is a unim who be. Who be. Uti who be.
Oh, they send it undercover. The patrol is undercover agent. Okay.
Into 1 hour.
As a my money in 10 years exposition. As a like you first a YouTube money hitting account. A few man I say or what so say. I didn't know there's another one. Another one.
Dog,
Ola, Obian which one a war person and mortgage acosa government.
Doctor.
Obi put that in
that be said, the amateur non say, they will go and Femi Kuni, drew papa, but a drew papa, in one day, a man drew. So, this I go there, come on, but. A day, and I will know my bebo. But it was a one so add so until be anyone for chief was a by day. Ecuador, so until no, and never go. Oh, Bompire saying, Yamania Wadom, Nanyamea Boawa, and you Biana, do wait me, I could be sad and say, who can't fight Cronun to Suno. And so now, then, take a shiny suit or coba or ye be beer. It's a double because in a semi per se not here. Or also I want to say, yeah, they are some so. So, in trying to swear, dear, why wouldn't I say, I'm not pleasing done? And you do your exactly. Qua, a bay day. And so what that? And I say, walk over that. There only be quiet. If you just say, well, Kuni Pakura. It didn't in a prison, stay your travel more and more munya, who kunipa, sorry to say, but your manager and ye feeding a camera on a hocker. So, I want to be our no, Memphis be abaco.
All right. Yeah, Casa Nana from points got why I can understand. Nana?
Yeah, Kwabu.
Yeah, share FBI assignment or more in Ghana.
Yes, first of all, Mammy, you establishes advocacy. Your friend could be fake. Financial Intelligence Center. You established that office, no, from that's a section 4 of the Anti-Money Laundering Act.
Yeah.
And you established that, 2008, and you established that office.
Okay.
Now, my demand say omo battle money laundering ene sa no ma ya keka ho asem but o madwuma ba ko so ne se obi kuta sikadu so problem suspect wa emra ma omo kwan se question that is their job and we cannot stop them they make out say o madwuma the mandate of their job eno it will be kai say yanka se nua niama edi ni birthday no after say Ghana Revenue Authority for FA papa no fake for also fair no question so yeti anu mi adana me ka ho asem say minima dwuma ya minima dwuma edu palace eti dwuma bi na se bia a year or two you say dwuma na no ye minimum income no koto private jetter fake for a whole kwan your form of financial intelligence center omo whole kwan so omo question o call Nigeria your form omo anti-graft agency last year omo arrest nipa 800 in Nigeria they don't joke they make a ratchet say enti eyemra won Ghana yem entiase but you see ade ba ko dangerous and say they said na eduka no and they say fake for no mo yo maduma sanko for mo yo maduma underground ba be hwe no obi liki ebi ansa wo so bia meni o lady me question o la because so mo sha say so mo question wa e ma public tiye e ma public the moment ade baba public no wa hanipa no for example ye din koma ye kobani na obi asi boat a businessman Niama is a businessman now internet all over eti basa no bloggers afa and confire publication echo all over the world if be another person is a businessman or a international businessman or a business partners all over the world if they see the publication they will think that they are dealing with a criminal and you think you underground so I do agree with that say we need to be very careful and confirm bibi ani afa phone ya leaky stadium it is not good. We'll be ending up collapsing people's business.
As in office memos in need.
Yes, yeah, we are bunting because when you say your the protectors are data protection act law, but cover all the government institutions. But we need to be very careful. Yeah, sure, yeah. Na innocent person be na ebi a suspect say wa ya dibi. Abra onye ni a question be odomu ebi kra so bali ye nipa no oh is na hifa na oh me ye adwuma ye investigating who so ni aye ni kude wo be hwe na obi liki dia ba bonten afeni ye tretre sa wo so se sika da wanya no enyeska papa that is wrong and then we need to establish that but ye establish say sadie no ho fake owura kodwotu mbuafo and president Mahama buy and where you say on concordano.
Yeah.
So fake is seriously working. I'm telling you, they are not a joke. But you see, you share Sadi we see. Aban we say babano. Adia bakwa. Se omu failure, it will hit them in 2028 election. One, the economic indicators are. You CCA. Two, galamsey. And a three, doom so. But ye ka bibi ti say romance scam ya ye ka ho asem na say cyber fraud this anoma ya de aban no ko pa aban bi aba okun but enam say no ye related to it too much and they can't say it and I say ye fa nya campaign but ya de aban no ko ho tokwa pa very serious as so mudi ho agwa e betimi create problem e de amaye hajia for real and conforce or a snitch omo point to omo sound to say it could be so on na tip of MA fresh ankophony na no on said the other time Obeka say when we discussed the release no I know the casting be MA twamadwe baby so man I added up me catch I know the case say hajia for we are lucky because American some states countries is a winner problem din pass ubetibenya ho atwitwa tentem sa. You remember that you know I not said it. Emma Meka say yes I do agree with him because we share the case of Buju Banton your money 10 years we try almost 10 years obi di say vibes cattle yes the man we try almost that Emma ba local staff ko bi di say there ba
and Dasible Jamramo, you understand?
Yeah.
Omuninano, who share you China is all like Hajia for real, you know. So, Yakaso I lacking, who call commentaries and call for Cassie, there was a bargaining, say, your best added. It is wrong.
Is it wrong to preempt it?
Yes, yes, sir. Yeah, tagging the partner or ye say, we're bargaining for with the FBI, say, Baba, Pointes Uncle for you to arrest them so that I'll be free. That is totally sabe nonsense.
Ziga, relax,
she's not wrong.
Ziga, recently, Attorney General, in the press on NSS, Mutilia, or say some of the people were bargaining. They were doing plea bargaining. These were doing non-prosecutorial bargaining.
Plea bargaining.
And they also pleading to be witnesses against other people. So Omono able to be free on stuff.
Yeah.
So it happens everywhere in the world.
Yeah.
It happens everywhere.
Musi Arnold say Hajia you're lucky. I think it's sad if he said that. We should stop.
I don't really remember.
Good. So. Okay, so let's just say
no. He said that the lawyers the lawyers worked well.
Exactly.
I think that's exactly. The lawyers worked well, and I also said that she was lucky because
to have good lawyers.
To have good lawyers.
Because they're a pure profession.
So
I said we better media tools. So but lawyers
even murder crampo, you know.
Me Hajia for real. So involved on a minim. Minim. The minim ni say romance scam uko US annually $1.414 billion and omulusu through the romance scam.
Wow,
that's what I know. What I know is say Aja for real me I don't know, but what I know is that when you go to Europe, the European Parliament, which is the European Commission, they sat down, they realized that over 700 billion euros and omulusu through romance scamming annually. So the BT. So in Kra, they blacklisted them, including Ghana. We are blacklisted. So the BT. And the 2021, they granted amnesty for us by say you create anti-money laundering act, no, and on my European Union for who say Ghana. Sir, we are making attempt to battle the money laundering that stuff. And we that tag, no, and that's a blacklist the edify so. Eti abai we say na waban or twaso. Abai bien one more better on mama you use the country as a vehicle and the abai money laundering sa scam ne sa no man. Ni ababa blacklist ne e be create problem. Oba kai say Muntaka Mubarak, Interior Minister, recently omukoye program bi was say even the anti-money laundering act no is so weak. They say a shamkina near Adenia strong to arrest more people, and I do agree with him. You get me? Because when you're careful, say international community needs our blacklist. We are doomed. So we are doomed. So and number one say on one kasa signed say as a warrant see konkochi sa e very say yes sa enkofono. Enti ye fa share trim say e aban no nani suadu hu ne aban ni duma o ye to eradicate that eternal from our system. Na ye ka bibi fa Nigeria for them. Nigeria today when you go to Nigeria, how many people talk about the 419? When you talk about 419, the 419 no obi a we di dream who come criminal code na section 419 ni obi a we di dream. So na ya cho. The 419 was all over the place in Nigeria, and it was driving out investors from Nigeria until General Obasanjo said that look, we need to use the creative act to erase that perception from the minds of the people. Say Nigeria is a 419 country, and they use the creative art. Movies are ye portray kingdom ha ye we say ye babe for love story all over the world. Now today, some friend Nigeria 419 country. No, we need the partner and move best be a two and the back kaisa dem. Jamaica what I say. Eti ye fashion trimi say a fight be na abine fight and you will be near my tip of any that day. And here now Yakopia innocent person being to danger. na obi ti baby a ebi ono so ye obi ye the breadwinner no akwa head to obi for nothing. That's it.
Just to add, all right. Hajia for real was not even. She didn't go to jail because she was found guilty for scamming somebody. We should get the facts right.
Okay, why did she go?
Okay, so one of her accounts received money
as a conduit.
Yes, what he has said. So you know, like, because there were a lot of charges, and that's how come she did 1 year, 1 day.
Yeah.
What he has said, because charges still go. Yes, but almost when the lawyers fought very well. But side receipts now or the account no and I know man call again what I was talking about.
Remember the case of a certain man that she was alleged to have married and given marriage certificate and all.
But all those things didn't play out in the court.
It did.
No, it did not. I'm saying it came up, but they didn't charge her on that.
Okay.
So you need to go and check what she went in there for, so that we get the facts right.
All right. So yes. Quick ones. Some contributions to this particular conversation. Now, I'm reading this from Papa Yeltsin, or US, or a musician. He says, more than 50 people from Ghana reached out to me to transfer millions of dollars to my account, and I refused. Sometimes they came coded that I should buy cars from auction for them, and they will ask for my online bank account. Once I give them the account, I will see a check of $5 million deposited at Wells Fargo, and I had to report all those transactions. Most Ghanaians living abroad are victims, and once the money hit the account, they won't buy the car. They will ask you to send the money to them. Most of these guys, he said, they live at East Legon. That's what Papa Yeltsin, a musician. Say on the catcher no.
No facts to what he said.
Yeah. No, but on the stories no can. Said people 50 people have reached out to him. So on also there. But no. I think in the year 2018, and now the first case of a certain young girl being kidnapped. So Mokaya, and it ran through all the way to 2020.
Takrade girls in India now.
Yes, it ran all the way through to 2020. Later, a bit who say Nigeria for boys be and now kidnap these Takrade girls. No, famous in the history was the police. It was Tiwa. I don't know if she was in Inspector Tiwa,
Tiwa, yes.
Tiwado. I can say we know the girls. We know where they are. Yes. They are safe. Yes. We will bring them to their families soon. Later, they who says the girls are dead. Later, who says Yakutu as we speak now, the conclusion to the matter was that the kidnappers actually killed the girls. That is what we were made to believe. But Dr. Laikimudi Akuchesini, Doc,
boss,
Ada stories ni na we na come pa Mudigo Chesini.
Medrasimi nya ola de tie ne say ye ni mistakes a enkola no girls ne ye ya mo koto sa amane nim so ho enti say ye de sa de we eye movie a wo hwe movie na wote ho a na wa wo hwe mistake na si ye na menyi sure say wo so wo be sa mistake no so ye woni ema bebre nso a ewo ya setene mu a awofo na abata na ye maame num bi no mako school a on hwehwe akora na kira kwai unya pia akora na de ne ko school mu wi a de aka na yedai asa eno so timi de wo hawo ne sa wo yuni we nyina yedai eba na wa hwe ye ne maame kasim na wo hwe na ne ba ayira wo movie nim ono so wo movie nim bi na ho ba tan se de wo si ti ne suo ene ade a eti producers produce ye nyina wo US omo ne ba yo mo produce
eti movie no trailer no na twagu no as o church what is happening
na movie no so agidin pa they say uko Canada film festival ko ye nyina no eti mi arene enye just baby it say UK, South Africa, baby
I from Africa.
South Africa.
Okay.
Me smalize no.
I was what I say.
Ho nyina ti say movie na agedin, movie ni din de Alibo. Alibo.
Your spelling is
Alibo.
Your spelling is
ba obi hu. Wula.
Na we mini I don't know. What me tell you. But I had a
I say be say obi ale baby owi school. And I won say they say am mi dey obi say meka kwalebu. Obi so beka no kwalebu. Oh. Won say asuni nyina bububu wana ye nyina ye dey. Ye ka. Aha, edi nyina ye bububu. Na 28 eye enne na wotwe ye premier no Kumasi more. Ho na ye premier sa movie. Aha, enipa ba ku bia ye 100 Ghana. Na say wo ne mo ye couple so a 180. Aha, movie no ye movie bia etufo e kansem. They say no say ese pega Ghana, near the Ghana ende. Say Nigeria need the movie to make ata na deja so dia. And also so you try the movie side akata aha yeso ye isonti yesre Ghana for they say o magi atum ani abrochirefo na me nhira wo mo they say o mo aboa ma Ghana movie no ani ye skit no agina pa they say obi fa na fo a ohwe ya ohwe kakra na nani ayede age but we dey ya no full story akọ akira akọ ama no ni nyina movie no ate Ghana anim pa enti
but movie ni tight here ELUBO. You can't say Elubo.
Elubo they say border. Yeah.
Elubo ye border.
It's what I don't know border needing a that movie so.
The entire border no edin the movie ni so. You just go and watch the movie.
Okay.
Then you see everything inside the movie. Yeah.
Okay. What you be kwa koji a home kakra ba.
Okay.
Ye ba ye pese hwe feature and skate na mutwa no. Die hin na sika wom. Ana die na ekọ anim but movie no muslim be ye be in that ben.
Ye be 28
and let's say and a week right?
Yeah, Kumasi. Na 5th so ye be ba be no Accra.
28 June no Kumasi. Kumasi fa.
Kumasi more.
Okay, and yeah, Edging Gown.
Edging Gown.
It's more cinema.
Eagle Center.
Eagle Center. None 5th July. Yabe Accra.
Yabe no Accra.
That was Silver Bed. Okay. It's Kumasi now say
if you want to Takoradi.
Okay, from Kumasi to Takoradi.
From Kumasi to
Accra. Then Accra to Takoradi. Okay. Now Kumasi now say just 100 cities.
100 cities, but it's a more couple there 180.
Okay, it's a liper 2 no 180.
180, yeah.
All right. Okay. Ye kwaba. Ye ba ye beto aso ewo Alibo. Elubo.
We don't put that no down.
Ye ko Elubo aba. Na yakwa akofa enkrato ane ayi adetonde kakra yiwia ni aba beto aso menko ba bia ayi United Television, United Showbiz. Yeah, but it's here.
share the link and show me the way.
Oh ma, I am nyesa. Your best point savings and loans. Omususu na metu ne debiano. And no mo gina so. No mama me besia na me dia bia me shop yo. Na nya malam bia.
Follow who no road. Abna, medu hadada.
Wusu better be the best point susu loan. Biawe jume. Yawe juma ya fwa. Mube boa jiji wususu ntobwa. Ebe ma ukwanya je besia. Nisi huwa from. Na boa uma we jume tumpon. Freye. Anako best point and flabber tabebia.
Best Point Savings and Loans. Your dream, our business.
Playing for your country, easy. Scoring, easy. Avoiding injuries, easy. Winning, easy. But you know what be easy now? Kivo 4-in-1 Gary mix. Easy. It gets everything inside. Gary, creamer, sugar, roasted granules. Just add water, then sharp my soakings make ready. Taste and energy, made easy. I'm a match winner, but the real champion is Kivo 4-in-1 Gary mix. Champion taste.
This advert is FDA approved.
Step into luxury with Eminence Court, located in Temakamti 26, just behind Palace Mall. Invest and rent fully furnished studio apartments starting from $35,000 and 1 to 4 bedroom homes with payment plans tailored to your preference.
Purchase your tracks.
Enjoy premium amenities like a pool, gym, and 24/7 security. The keys to your new home could be yours in 3 to 12 months delivery period. Call the numbers below to book a tour or visit our website at www.nestus.com.gh for more offers. Reward your hustle with Eminence Calls.
Introducing Betway's Bet Influencer, a groundbreaking feature where you can make money by just sharing codes. He just needs to share his codes and make money. The more his codes are used, the more he makes. Oh yes. So, what are you waiting for? Anyone can be a bet influencer. Share your codes and make money. Bet Influencer, another world first from Betway.
This advert has been approved by the Gaming Commission of Ghana. Betway, get way more.
Try me one time. Never high speed, you want me.